Hey guys, Glacial here. So, video games, huh? I like those. But which ones are the best ones? Well, today I'm going to answer that question. As the world's best gamer, my say in what games are the best is final. This is not an opinion-based ranking, this is fact. Now, with that being said, let's get on with the list. Halo is a good video game. The other games in this series are probably better than this one. In fact, I arguably had more fun with Halo 2 and 3 than this one. But I just like this one the most. Just something about his gameplay and world has always clicked with me. I first played this game with the original copy but played on a 360 before getting the excellent Anniversary Edition on Steam. The gameplay isn't that special for an FPS, but the world and characters it sets up along with the great multiplayer makes this one of my favourites. I've seen a lot of lists list this game as one of the best video games ever made, and I really would have to agree. At a base level, it's just Portal again, but it's Portal again, but like, better. It's longer, but still a perfect short length. If you don't know, Portal is a puzzle game made by Valve that sees you in an underground facility being forced through test chambers, using your portal gun to solve puzzles and get to the end of each level. Except in Portal 2, it's like 10,000 years in the future. The test chambers are long abandoned and everything is way more wacky. I can't recommend this game enough, along with its predecessor. Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 is a game where you manage a theme park, take out loans, hire engineers, place a bench, make a bin, and it's one of the most fun games I've ever played. There are an endless amount of ways to play this game. Trying to properly beat scenarios, managing your park for the most efficient gameplay possible, or spending your time trying to create the most fun roller coaster you can, or the correct way to play, opening the Six Flags scenario, turning off money, and creating abhorrent death traps and other things designed to inflict misery on your guests. I like this game because nostalgia is stupid. Nah, but the original Plants vs Zombies, not the mobile version because it's shit, is a very, very fun game, and a perfect entry point if you want to get into tower defense games. The fast-paced gameplay combined with the need for thinking makes something truly special. No two plants are truly alike. Everything has its own unique ability or use, most of the time. And the zombies you're fighting all make for a creative and fun challenge. If you are going to play this game, I'd highly, highly recommend the Game of the Year edition on Steam. Sonic the Hedgehog had a rough transition into 3D. And in case you didn't know, rough stands for really old, ugly, great game. Sonic Adventure is great, and it still plays excellent. The levels are fun, unless you're playing as big. The music is bumping, the hub worlds are fun, yeah, fuck you IGN. Only one issue, the DX version. By far the most easily accessible version of this game, the one that everyone plays, is terrible. It's ugly, the audio is f***ed, the textures are f***ed, it's glitchy as all hell and I hate it. So unless you're willing to hunt down a Dreamcast and a copy of Sonic Adventure, then don't bother. Or use the fantastic Better SADX mod. Fixes all these issues and more. Tired of the regular SADX experience? Well, Better SADX is right for you. Crash Bandicoot games are cool. Fun corridor-based levels, smashing boxes, getting fruit, stopping the yellow Dorito man. Just a shame most of these games suck. Yeah, a lot of these games ain't too hot, but Crash 2 is fantastic. I guess 3 is better. It has a lot more variety of levels and powers, but I think that hurts the game overall. Meanwhile, Crash 2 simply just does what Crash 1 did, but refines it perfectly, adding the slide and high jump, analog control, making the controls not feel like you're controlling a wet, floppy potato sack. It's great. The levels are difficult but fair. If you just run through them without going for anything, you won't get that much of a challenge. But I think the real fun in a Crash game lies with collecting all the gems and breaking all the boxes. If you go for that in this game, you'll get a much more difficult but much more fun challenge. Yup, I've went on record several times saying this is my all-time favourite game. Well, over the past few months I've started playing games that aren't Mario, so times have changed. Mario 64 is cool, it's endlessly replayable, its levels are very cool, it's got a very active modding scene. You've heard it 1,000 times by now, but yes, go play this game. Whoa whoa, it's a Spider-Man, look at him go. This is the most fun game I've ever played. I know that there are 2 things above this, but this is the most fun one. This is the first game I ever bought for my PS4, and wow, it's a very good place to start. Just swinging around the city is a good way to waste like 4 years of your time. And the main story missions are great. It's one of the few games I've been willing to play to completion. Doing all the side missions, challenges, and finding all the collectibles is so much fun. This is a very close contender for the most fun one. For whatever reason, I didn't want to play this game when it first came out. I'm a real gamer, I'll just stick with Doom 2, thanks. I was foolish, this game is amazing. Every weapon here is fun and has its use in a lot of scenarios. Every level is unique and fun to play through, except Taras Nabad. All the enemies are unique and fun to fight, except the Whiplash. And the soundtrack, good lord, Mick Gordon really didn't have to go this hard on the soundtrack, but it's so good. But anyways, go play this, it's really worth it. Here it is, number 1. Mario the Half-Life 2. There will be an hour-long video in this game in the future, but until then, this game has the best world building I've ever seen in a game, great characters, the lore goes deep, the gameplay is incredibly fun, this game is perfect. In fact, it's so good that it's the last one in the series. It doesn't need a conclusion to its depressing cliffhanger ending, does it, Valve?